we were the last in my community to start, but I'm very interested in the different islands here in Chuuk, and it's hard because there's very few people, but I'm up for the challenge.
At 23, Chris spends her days collaborating with men at least twice her age on matters of conservation.
This is the plant where they're trying to introduce to other different islands, because the only island it grows on is actually Atoll, and that it is the nesting place for an endemic species of birds here in Chuuk.
As the conservation program in Chuuk is in its early stages, the identification and cultivation of native plants and mangrove species is a primary focus. Chuuk is one of the largest lagoons in the world, and the state encompasses 15 large islands and nearly 192 outer islands and 80 inlets. I have met Chris in the capital of Huero, which is in the midst of rehabilitating its main road. It's noisy and industrialized here, unlike the rest of Chuuk's 822 pristine square miles.
Our offices, the Chuuk Youth Council,
Okay.
and we just kind of moved in. Right now it still needs to be painted and everything, but while we're doing our plans, we're also thinking of doing a beautification project. And on the other side, it's like really open, so we were thinking of talking to also the owner of the building if we can do some mangrove planting on the other side. Okay, this used to be a mangrove area before they filled it in and everything. So right now the problem is when the water is high, when it's high tide and the water is a bit rough, the water comes all the way in here. And we're thinking of replanting mangroves here just to keep the water at bay.
In these islands, the mangroves are a vital barrier, a two-way filter that keeps the intermingling of ocean and fresh water in check. In Huero, industry has not replaced what was removed with the mangroves.
So there's no water treatment for the sewage?
No, it just comes straight out to the ocean.
As a young conservation pioneer, Chris isn't shy at all about taking her work to people she meets on the street.
As I said earlier, conservation started pretty late here in Chuuk. So with schools, conservation is not really being taught. I do school visits and I try as much as I can to give, even if just a little information, but as long as they're getting something about conservation, it's great.
Back in Yap, I enjoyed some traditional Yapese cooking with Jonathan's father, Thomas. He boiled a pound of trochus for about 1 hour until it was tender, then he sliced them down the center to remove sand and debris. To the trochus he added the cream of 1 grated coconut, which was squeezed after water was added to it. After bringing it to a boil for 5 minutes, Thomas grates some fresh turmeric into the soup. About 2 cloves of garlic, half a large onion, and some celery are added to the soup. And in the last few moments, some fresh lemon leaf.
Wow.
Coming up, our episode concludes. The story continues at www.micronesiachallenge.org, where you can learn more about the people you just met, as well as the efforts of preserving the thousands of species of fish, plants, and wildlife in Micronesia. There are downloadable teaching modules for schools, as well as an online video storytelling academy by Dan Ho. And of course, we look forward to your support of the Micronesia Challenge. Thank you.